Folks, it's good to be here today. My name is John Hanna and I'm from a group called Sydney Organs. One of the things we do, one of many things we do, is we go around Sydney recording organs. And I think this is organ number 102. We record them, we have a Facebook group, we have a Facebook page, and we have a YouTube channel which has around about 1,300 videos on it now after 3 years of doing what we've been doing. So we're here for the duration today. We've been invited to take part in this fete. It's really great that we can do that. And it's particularly pleasing that this morning we have here Peter Jewkes, who's sitting up the front here. Peter has been an organ builder for probably more years than he cared to imagine. You know, he must be about 29 now, so he's probably been doing it for 10 or 15 years and all the rest. But Peter's, it's great having Peter here because Peter knows exactly what goes into an organ. Peter can build an organ. Peter's firm takes care of the Sydney Town Hall organ, which is a hill organ, but very much larger than this one. And we're going to open this morning with Peter just introducing the organ to us. He'll play a little bit, he'll demonstrate some of what it can do, and all this is being recorded, so if you think it's wonderful, you'll be able to access it on YouTube in due course. But Peter, over to you, and it's great to have you.
Thank you, John, and thank you CPC for having us here today. A lovely spring day and this wonderful fete going on outside, which I've just been enjoying. 29 years old and some months. But a life devoted to pipe organ, one way or the other. Our company is now 50 years old this year, so that's a little bit of a celebration for us. This organ, however, is considerably older. As John said, it's by the very famous English builder William Hill and Sons, who built organs from about 1860, a little earlier in fact, up till 1916. So this organ comes towards the end of their production. It's a very, very interesting organ. It's the only one of its period of hill here. It's the second last hill to come to New South Wales. Very distinctive sounds. It has some very unusual stops, some very unusual sounds on it for the period. We don't know why that is. The specification, the list of stops on the organ is slightly different from normal hill, and that's probably because it had its own, you had your own consultant here. There's a plaque behind the mirror, the rear view mirror on the organ. There's another plaque, apart from the builder's plaque, there's a plaque that says the consultant was a Mr. J.W. Lees of Auburn, and nobody knows who Mr. J.W. Lees of Auburn was. But he clearly had his way with the design of the organ, and it's highly specialised. So that makes this organ even more distinctive in its way, because it's probably the only hill organ in Australia that sounds quite like this. And here it is in this wonderful building with this wonderful reverberant acoustic, which helps it. But of course, as you all know, possibly the most distinctive thing about the organ is what we're looking at, and that is two cases, not one case for the organ, but two. These were designed by the boss of the firm, the Dr. Arthur George Hill, in 1904 when the organ was new. He also designed the case for the town hall in Sydney and many other famous hill organs with lovely caseworks. For example, Hunter Bailey Presbyterian in Annandale, you would be aware of, very beautiful looking instrument there. So he designed these very splendid ornate cases here, polychrome, decorated with the patterns on the pipes, which we call diapers, which are because they're done with stencils. So it's like American diapers for babies. They wrap the stencil around and they do the painting. We call them diapers. But the most unusual thing of the whole thing, of course, is that the case on this side is entirely dummy. It's entirely decorative. There is nothing behind it whatsoever. What you see is just a most wonderful, extravagant gesture by presumably the church architect. He didn't just want that beautiful looking thing on that side. He thought you better have some balance. So he just got, imagine the cost of making that today. So the entire organ is on that side, and that's just to balance things up visually. So 1904 was a time when you could afford to take luxuries. I'll go and play some of the different sounds on it, and I'll try and call them out as I do, if you can hear me. Otherwise, I hope you'll enjoy the little demonstration. Do any of you have any themes? If I do an improvisation and sort of work it into the demonstration, do any of you have any favourite traditional hymns or anything you'd like to hear?
Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord. Which one? Praise the Lord the Almighty. And anything else? Unfestable.
Ist unser Gott.
Yeah. Just as good. Yeah. Anything else? There's two. Praise the Lord the Almighty and Unfestable.